Hey puzzlers, this is Steve here with another video on how to play some logic puzzles. This one's a Sudoku variant called an XV Sudoku. Just like in regular Sudoku, all of the rows, columns, and 3x3 boxes must contain the digits 1 through 9 without repeating. But there's added clues in the cells. If you see a V, the two adjacent cells must add up to a 5. And if you see an X, the two adjacent cells must add up to a 10. If you don't see a V or X, then those adjacent cells must not add up to a 5 or a 10. So you can try the puzzle yourself at the link in the description below, or you can follow me with some tips and tricks here that'll hopefully make the puzzle easier for you to solve yourself in the future. So first place to start on any XV puzzle is any XV cells that have a digit in them. So you can see here there's a 7 with an X, so we know that this is a 3, right? And we're going to fill that in because 7 plus 3 equals 10. Easy peasy. Usually the harder puzzles are not going to give you any freebies like that, but that just shows you kind of how the puzzle works. So the next place I look are going to be for 5s. The reason for that is I know a 5 can't be in a V cell, right? You'd have to have 5 plus 0 equals 5, but you can't place a 0 in a Sudoku. And you can't have a 5 in an X cell because 5 plus 5 is 10, but you can't have the 5s repeat. So if you look at this column, for instance, all of the cells are part of either an X clue or a V clue except for this one. So that has to be the 5. And then just by normal Sudoku rules, we know that that row is taken care of now for 5s. And if we look at this box, all of these cells are part of a 5 or 10 clue or a V or X except for this one. So that must be the 5. And then again, Sudoku rules say that those two rows are taken care of. And we look at this box, these cells are part of a V or X clue, so that only leaves this cell to be a 5. And then we can look up the columns, and we know that a 5 must be in these two here, so we can pencil mark that in and making a 5 in those two. So that's it for now, I think, with the 5s. We'll move on to the next strategies, which is knowing that all of the V cells must be low digits or less than 5. And then all the X cells are going to contain one low digit and one high digit. And that's going to be helpful because you know that in each row, column, or 3x3 box, you're going to have 4 low digits and 4 high digits. And so what we'll do is we'll color these. That way you can visualize it, and it's going to help determine or at least restrict what some of the cells can be. So we know that, for instance, this cell here, because it's part of an X clue and we've already found the low digit, this must be the high digit. Same thing here, and same thing there, and there. And then what we can do is we could also highlight the colors of the low digits we've already filled in, and the high digits we have already filled in. And that's helpful now already because you can see in this central box we have 4 low digits figured out, but we don't know, we don't have a 1 in yet. So this must be the 1. The 1 can't go here or here, it's got to go there. So we can now fill in a 1, and because of the V clue we know that's a 4, right? 1 plus 4 equals 5, and then the X clue gives us 6 here. 4 plus 6 is 10. So that's a great start. The other thing to know that with these V cells, it's either going to be a 2-3 pair or a 1-4 pair. So because of this 2, we know that these must be a 1-4. Because this is a 1-4, this must be a 2-3, making this a 1-4. And we can do the same thing down here. Because of this 4, we know that these are a 2-3. This is a 2-3 up here, making this a 1-4. And that 1-4 makes this a 2-3. So that's really helpful because now we can go to the green cell and we know that because it's a 1-4, it's got to be either a 6 or a 9. This has got to be a 7 or 8 because of the 2 or 3. We already know the 8 taken care of in that row, so that's actually a 7. And that's going to unwind all of that for us. And then we can do the same thing up here. This green cell's got to be a 7 or 8. Whoops. 7 or 8, and because of the 7 below it, that makes this an 8. That's going to be a 2. That's going to be a 3. So that is really helpful. This row here, the 7th row, we know that we already have 3 low digits, and there's going to be 1 or the 4th low digit in this X clue, because one of these have to be low, one of these have to be high. And so we're missing a 1, so we know that this is then a 1-9 clue. These then must be all high digits, making these are low digits because of the X clue. So this is 6, 7, 8, right? So this is because it's a 6, 7, 8, and we already have a 6 in that box and an 8 below it. That must be a 7. Oops, hitting the wrong keys here. That's a 7. This is 6 or 8. That's a 6 or 8. Because this is a 7, this must be a 3. Oh, these two, because of normal Sudoku, we know we're missing a 5 and a 9. These 6s with normal Sudoku, that gives us a 6 up here. This column now, because this is a 1, 4, we're missing a 5, 9. So this is 5, 9. Oh, there's already a 5 in that box. So this is a 9. That's a 5. That's a 9. This 9 disambiguates that. That's a 6 now. 4, 1. This, because of the 6, 8, is either going to be a 2 or 4. And it can't be a 2 because these are 2s down here. So that's got to be a 4, making that a 6. And that an 8. These two, we're missing a 7 and 9. There's already a 9 in that row, so that's a 7. Oops, that's a 9. Let's highlight those as big numbers. Oops, that one too. Here we're missing big cells. We're missing a 7 and an 8. 7, 8. This, we already have all of the big cells in this row, so we're missing a 2. So that's got to be a 2. These two, we're missing a 1 and an 8. 1, 8. That's a low cell. 1, 8. Oh, there's already a 1 there, so that must be then an 8. That's a 1. And now we can figure out these are triples up here. Let's do some highlighting. Those are big digits. That's a low digit. So here we're missing 2, 3, 5. And here we're missing 7, 8, 9. This can't be, well, we already got a 2, 3 there, so that must be 5. Making those no longer 5. Oh, this here, this has got to be a 1, 9 as well. Oh, and there's a 1 there, so that's 9, 1, 9. Those are all high digits. Let's color those. That's a low digit. So this X, this has got to be a 1, 9. Because, oh, dang it, I keep doing that. Because we're missing a high digit, and we know that this can't be a high digit. Oh no, we're missing it. So we got the 6, 7, 8. We're missing the 9 as the high digit. So that's a 1, 9. Because that 9, this is then a 1, 1, 9. Making this a 4. That's a 1. go. So I think we can use another strategy that I haven't really talked about much yet, is the negative constraint. You know, if we look at these three, I'm missing a 2, 4, and a 5. 2, 4, 5. And yeah, okay, so this here can't be a 4 because of the 6 is below it, right? So 4 plus 6 is 10, but there's no x in between. So this can't be a 4. And for that same reason, this can't be a 2, right? Because it's next to 8s. I don't know how helpful that is, but I wanted to show that because I'm sure that trick's gonna come in handy down the road. And just some of the other clues, typically in the harder ones, if you can find chains or sequences of clues, you know, with 5s or x's, that can be helpful. And also just to know the math, you know, the digits 1 through 9 equal 45. So sometimes you could subtract out the x's, right? So if we know that this is 45, that row, minus, you know, 10, 15, 24, 34, we know now that those 3 cells equal 11. Now, is that helpful? You know, not really, at least not here, but it could be in other puzzles or down the road. So those are just some examples. And then, of course, just use your normal Sudoku strategies that you're accustomed to using. So here, I've just noticed while we were talking, this row is missing a 3 as a low digit. We know a low digit has to be in one of these, so that has to be a 3-7 pair then. Because that 3-7 pairs up with that must be a 3-7. So, with that said, because this is a 3-7, well, no, that doesn't, I don't think that works. Let's look at this. So this can't be a 3-7 or a 1-9, so that's either gonna be 4-6 or 2-8. Not sure how helpful that is. This here's gotta be a 4-6 or 1-9. Oh, it can't be a 1-9 because there's already 9s in both of those columns, so it's got to be a 4-6, making this a 1. That's a 4. Plunking a 6 in one of these 3 now, because this can't be a 6 because of that 4, and in fact 6 can't be up here either, so a 6 has got to be one of those, making a 6 in one of these for normal Sudoku rules, right? 6, 6, 6. We're missing now where does the 5 go? 5, well, or 9, so 9s go over here. I'm just going to do some normal Sudoku here. 4 must be in one of these. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so 2 must be in one of these. Oh, that's a 2-4 pair. These are a 2-4, so this can't be the 6, right? Does that make sense? This is a 2, that's a 2, so 2's got to be here, but not up there. So 2, and the 4, 4 can't be up here. So yeah, that's a 2-4 pair. So let's make that 2-4 like that, making this the 6, and this is the last digit we need is a 5, making this no longer the 5. That's a 5. So these two now, oops, these two, we have all the low digits. We're missing a 5 and an 8. 5, 8. Oh, and there's already a 5 there, so that's an 8. That's a 5. Now we have a triple here. 6, 7, 9. 6, 7. Well, let's clean these up. 6, 7, 9. 6 can't go there. Again, this can't be a 2 because of that 8 there, so that's a 4, that's a 2. Let's make those load highlights. These are all high digits there. These must be high digits. Those are high digits. Here we're missing a high digit. This must be the 8. Making, yeah. Here we're missing a high digit. It's going to be one of those. Wait, that can't be the 5. Yeah, 5. Oops, why won't it delete that number? Corner, delete. Okay, 5, 5. So 5's got to be in one of these two. Oh, 5's down there. So that makes that a 5. This is no longer an 8-2 pair because of that. So that's got to be then, what did I just do? Undo. 4, 6. So that must be a 4, 6. That's got to be a 1 then. That's the last spot for it. Because this is a 4, 6 pair. This has to be a 2. Those are low digits. Let's highlight those. Oh, low digit. Make them red. Almost messed up there. 4, 6 pair. That makes this no longer a 6. So that's a 7, 9 pair, making that a 6 there. This can no longer be a 7 because if this were a 7, the 7s would be duplicates, and if this was a 3 and that was a 7, that would add up to 10 and there's no X clue. So either way, no 7 there. Oh, and no 8 either. There's already an 8 in that row, so that's a 9, making that now a 7, 8 pair. These are low digits. You need one more low digit, one more high digit. Can't figure that out. Here, yeah, same thing. Can't really figure that out. Oh, here we have a 4, 6 little X-wing. I don't know. That's not sure if that's helpful right now. No, 6, 6. So those are one of the 6, 4, 4. That's one of the 4s. What the hell is this digit? 8. Okay, 8. So one of these two are 8s, right? Oh, here. That makes this a 7. That's an 8. Now this can't be a 2 because of the negative constraint. That makes this now a 7 because the 3 below it. There we go. That unwinds all of that. Oops. Let's make those green and that goes red. So we have all the low digits now in this column. So here, these must be high digits. We need them to be 8 and 9. What are these 3? So we're missing low digits. Those must be low digits. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. The 2's already there, so those can't be 2's. Oops, let's make those no longer 2's, forcing this to be a 2. So that's a 1, 3 pair. Oh, this can't be a 3 because of the 2 next to it. That would make it 5. So that's 1, that's 3. This now can't be a 4 because that's a 1. That'd be a 5 otherwise. There's no V clue. So that's 6. That's 4, and that makes this 6, 4. And now this is a 2 because the 3 is already there on the left, making that a 3. Now, how do I disambiguate this? Oh, the negative consent, or negative constraint. So this can't be an 8 because of the 2 next to it. So that's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's 8. That's 7, and that's 9. And that is it. So that is how you do an XV puzzle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you had some fun. Took me a little bit longer than I expected. I think I got hung up on some stuff. Let me know how you guys did if you did it on your own. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I do plan on doing a lot more Sudoku variants here in the coming month. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Have a good night, everyone.